Chronological Bible in a Year, Day 253. In chapter 10 of Ezekiel, the glory of the Lord left the temple. He no longer could have anything to do with the lawlessness, the sinfulness, the idolatry of the people. But now in chapter 43, the glory of the Lord returns. Verse 1 begins, "He led me to the gate, the one that faces east, and I saw the glory of the Lord God of Israel coming from the east. His voice sounded like a roar of a huge torrent, and the earth shone with his glory." He goes on and describes God's glory returning and filling the temple. But it's not simply an act of God's returning. With his return, we have a role, a responsibility. In verse 9, we are told, "Let them remove their prostitution and the corpses of their kings far from me, and I will dwell among them forever." Essentially, quit worshiping other gods and remove these kings' corpses, who I said you shouldn't have in the first place. Remember, God told them not to ask for a king, and when they asked for one, he's like, "You're going to regret it." And essentially, he's like, let's start over. Let me, God, lead you, Israel. He limits which Levites can serve. It can now only be the Levites who are from the line of Zadok. Zadok being the high priest at the time of Solomon, the one who stood by David, helped Solomon take the throne and rule rightly for as long as he did. God is reminding the people of Israel, like, those who serve me rightly are the only ones whose service is valid. Those who take my truth and try to merge it with the traditions, the cultures, the religions around them, they're not simply adding to my truth, they're removing from it with everything they add. You can't have truth plus deceit. That just makes it deceit. And God's not having any more of that. It's like we're starting over. The funnel is narrowing. It's getting smaller and smaller, and eventually the end of the funnel will be one man, Jesus Christ. That'll be the only way. And something that kind of blew my mind as I was getting there today, they're explaining this altar and how they have to purify the altar before they can perform the sacrifices to purify the people. The altar has to be cleansed before it can begin cleansing. I started thinking about this. I'm like, the cross is an altar. It's the last altar. But unlike this one, it didn't have the whole purification rites. It didn't have the whole purification process because the sacrifice on the cross was so pure that even a torture device like that could serve as an altar for the final sacrifice. That's how pure Christ was. We'll be finishing the book of Ezekiel tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. But until then, God bless.